From the NewsChannel 5 network, this is Inside Workforce Development.
Welcome to Inside Workforce Development. I'm Melinda Kelsey. Today's sponsor is Pick Tennessee, Tennessee Department of Agriculture. And joining us is the Commissioner of the Tennessee Department of Agriculture, Jay Templeton.
Thank you, Melinda.
Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
And congratulations on being just recently appointed, what, 6 weeks ago?
Just recently, I took office May the 1st.
Wow. Wow.
Proud to be here.
Glad you're here. And what an exciting show to talk about agriculture, because agriculture basically has been the fabric of Tennessee for as long as Tennessee's been in existence, almost, right?
That's exactly right. If you'll look at the state seal right there above commerce is the word agriculture.
Yeah.
And you know, in Tennessee, 67,000 farm families call Tennessee home by the NASS statistics. It's roughly 13% of Tennessee's economy, generating over $67 billion in economic output in this state.
Wow, I had no idea it was that much.
It's huge. It's followed only by tourism.
It's incredible. You know, a couple of things I was sharing with you during the break. We went, I was traveling across, and you see all the nurseries, and you see the farmlands, and you're seeing less and less of that across the other states. Why has Tennessee remained such an agriculture state?
Well, we're blessed with diverse geography. We have adequate rainfall. The average precipitation in Tennessee across the state is roughly 52 inches of rainfall, so it's really great for growth conditions. We do have a large nursery industry in this state. Matter of fact, McMinnville is the nursery capital of the world that we like to talk about. But from the Mississippi River to the mountains in East Tennessee, you have a diverse farming population, row crops, grain of all kinds, corn, soybeans, wheat, cotton to beef cattle, and we still, although we're having a dwindling dairy industry in this state, we are still the home in our state of 306 proud dairy farmers.
A lot of milk produced in Tennessee, correct?
There is. Right? We are part of the southeast region, of course, that is somewhat of a milk deficit area. But dairying is a tough business. It's hard work. There are a lot of challenges to it, but we're very proud of those 306 families that still are in the dairy business in this state.
Yeah, you know, I grew up on a farm, and I know that's been your whole life, and could not be happier that you're the commissioner, because you do believe in agriculture in Tennessee. It's your heart, it's who you are. When you're looking at careers, because it's completely changed within Tennessee, everybody wants to go to college, and that's a great thing to do. But if someone is looking to start maybe a small farm, or to start a dairy farm, or start raising poultry or nursery, how would they get started, and what's the process as a career, other than just maybe more so not a hobby, but as a career, potential career?
You know, I feel blessed, Melinda, in that I'm a 6th generation farmer from McNairy County, Tennessee, and Southwest Tennessee. But one of the huge hindrances to entry into the farming business is capital. It is capital intensive, and it's almost, in many ways, you look at it, you think you've got to have inherited it, you've got to marry into it, something in order to be successful in the farming business. But fortunately, USDA has a loan program for beginner farmers. Also for small farmers, there's so much outreach through Tennessee State University as well as the UT Extension system. I don't want to paint a rosy picture. It's a tough business to get into, labor intensive, so many variables you can't control. You can't control the weather. You oftentimes cannot control your price depending upon what commodity or what good that you are producing. But it's a rewarding career. It is something that you have to have in you. You have to have it in your blood, as we say down in Southwest Tennessee. But I would, as we look at all the things, whether it's supplier or processor that surrounds the agriculture industry, I always tell the young people when they come out to Ellington Ag Center, the FFA and the 4-Hers, you know, look at being the farmer. We've got to have those. Average age in Tennessee now is 58, 59 years old. We're losing our production, and these are huge business people in their community. In our counties alone, I'm talking about $25–30 million worth on average across the 95 counties. Obviously varies depending on the county, but we're looking at that kind of economic output directly at the farm gate per county. It's a huge industry, and oftentimes it's lost sight of simply because there's fewer than 2% of the population that actually are involved in the farming business. So we don't see those people at the Chamber of Commerce luncheon or at the Rotary Club in many cases, but they're out there, and it's wealth creation in its truest form.
I've noticed that agriculture now in the smaller communities as well. You have agricultural fairs.
Sure.
That's huge in communities, and that's a way, I think, of re-educating maybe younger people that may or may not want to go on to college, as I said, or just to change a career.
Right.
And I also know that conversation from you, agriculture has changed a lot. So drones, and you have different things to be able to monitor your crops. So it isn't just getting on a tractor, which it is,
right, but
there's a lot more to agriculture now than maybe 20 years ago.
There is. You know, when I was a little boy 40 years ago, what we called open station tractors, no radios, no air conditioners, no anything, and it's just you and the element. And now tractors that drive themselves. I said in my machinery, I still farm, and I program it, and I set the line, and it drives itself from one end of the field to the other. We even have, and they're not prototypes, they're actually on production farms now, tractors and combines that drive themselves off of sensors and satellites to the other piece of equipment that they're in the field working tandem with.
Wow.
It's hugely technologically advanced. The industry of agriculture has it's not Farmer Jay in his overalls, although I do wear my overalls quite regularly on the weekends.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong, and with my straw hat, but it's so much more than what we think of growing up as what agriculture was all about. It's an exciting business.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
The Pick Tennessee Products logo has changed over the last 30 years. But behind every Pick Tennessee logo, there's still a real Tennessee farmer. For 30 years, Pick Tennessee Products has helped people find their local farmers, foods, and fun. Find your farmer, farmers markets, and farm direct foods today with Pick Tennessee.